Alright, sup everybody, welcome back to the Path of Rage. We are continuing on today with our Hogwarts Legacy playthrough. Right where we picked up, right where we left off with our 3
I don't
hour
think I'm ready for this just yet.
live stream from the other night. If you haven't seen that one yet, then I suggest you do before you watch this one if you want to catch them in order. But in any case, I'm going to continue on, keep my mouth shut during the cutscenes and the dialogue, and
I don't
just
think
enjoy
I can
it.
do
Let's
this
have a
now.
good time.
Best to come back.
I'm going to do this first because that takes me right near... What's this? Ah. She hasn't given me that yet. Okay.
Revelio. Lumos.
Okay, so I know what the landmark is from that treasure map. From the last episode we were playing. There's a cat there. Bingo. Nice. Alright, gotta go out to the courtyard. Oh, oh,
A rhinoceros skeleton. I'm on the right track.
Find the second landmark. No. Where? Where would that map be? Quests. Dragon Fountain. Okay, so I was still headed to the right spot.
Might some kind
There it is.
There's the fountain. I'm getting closer.
Oh, another side quest.
The Daedalian keys are back. Aren't they brilliant?
Hello, Nellie. You seem excited about something.
The Daedalian keys are back.
The what keys?
The Daedalian keys. Surely you've seen them flying about. Rumor is that a former headmistress, Professor Moll, conjured them to protect the contents of certain locked cabinets years ago. Professor Black couldn't be bothered to disenchant the keys, and they appear every few years. You should try to catch one.
Why would I do that?
Each key will lead you to a locked cabinet somewhere in the castle. If you can manage to get the key into the cabinet lock, not an easy task, you may find a reward.
Cool.
Why would Professor Mole conjure flying keys?
What I heard is that it had something to do with keeping Peeves out of things. But that may or may not be true. He's a poltergeist. I thought they could go almost anywhere.
Surely you will be trying to complete the challenge as well.
I've tried, and I can't even get past the first cabinets. Perhaps you'll have better luck. I'd love to know what's in the cabinets.
Perhaps I'll give it a go.
I hope you do. In fact, I think I heard one of the keys in the astronomy tower. You should listen for them. I hope you follow a few keys at least. If you manage to open a cabinet, I'd love to know.
Changed my quest.
If anything.
It was this door, wasn't it? Yeah.
Revelio.
Or was it? Maybe not. Is it this one? No. Got the cut.
Revelio.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Must be this door. But what am I looking for?
Almost fainted trying to half.
Revelio.
It was for certain make you
There's an image on the wall.
Revelio.
Ah, divinations. Well, this is obviously one of the cabinets where I got to get the key.
I wonder. It's brilliant.
But what's...
My
Revelio.
configuration's mine mistake.
This stairwell looks promising.
Find the painting from Arthur's treasure map. Okay.
Professor Weasley, the knob.
So it's
This
obviously
looks like
this
the
one.
portrait from the map. And where's the treasure?
Ah, there it is.
Accio! There was a doorway hidden within the portrait.
Nice.
I wonder what came of Arthur's search.
Authentic historian's uniform. No, that was a cosmetic.
Your brain doesn't fill up. You're entitled to your opinion. Doesn't mean I'm obliged to agree.
I should say a bins glass filled with.
More cats.
What I'm saying, my grandmother says that you only have so many heartbeats in your lifetime. Same thing. Just think you're struggling to find the connection there. Or has your grandmother also voiced something a big expert on the subject of memory?
Chair on the table looks like it's sinking into the gold.
What have you learned?
Hello, Arthur. Thought you might like to know that my map led to a doorway hidden within a portrait.
Oh, how clever! Mine led to the boathouse. Barely found the treasure before I saw the headmaster coming. He shooed me out of there, but not before I got a few galleons richer. What did you find?
I found what I believe is an authentic historian's uniform.
Oh, that's lucky. Seems as though we both had success. Glad I enlisted you to join me. Well, on to the next Hogwarts mystery. Wonder if a quick rummage round Weasley's office might yield anything interesting.
Professor and I had fascinating stories about growing up in Uganda. We could have you wanted
What
to
is...
do it right.
What is this? Oh. Okay, first we're going to go here and track the proper quest. Which is that one. Okay. And we get Incendio. Nice. Set things on fire, folks. Fire.
Revelio.
Sounds like it's right here, man. There it is.
Revelio.
I've always said that travel broadens
There's
the
another
mind.
quest here.
If only a new student were to help me with my sad predicament.
Are you alright?
Don't you know who I am? Zenobia Noak, the girl whom everyone at school hates for no reason.
Everyone hates you. Why?
Because Hogwarts is full of bullies and spoilsports. Leander Pruitt's one of the worst, that no-talent moon mind. I wanted to make some new friends, and so I brought my collection down to the common room. My gobstone collection, that is. I was hoping someone would want to play. Are you familiar with gobstones? Little balls, like marbles. Grand game. And if you lose, they spray you with a foul-smelling liquid.
Gobstones? Sounds like a fun challenge.
That's what I tried to tell everyone. People can be so cruel. Just because they're sprayed all over with smelly gobstone spit, it's their own fault for losing. Imelda is one of the worst losers. Everett and Astoria are terrible as well. And now those poor losers have taken my gobstones and hidden them in very high places all over the school.
Rather an overreaction on their part.
I'll say. Anyway, I can't work out how to get them back on my own. I don't think I know the necessary spells yet. I need someone, perhaps a selfless and talented fifth year to help me.
Haven't you any friends at school?
Not really. Natty said hello once, but not a word since.
Do you have any suggestions on how to get your gobstones down from their hiding spots?
If I knew that, I'd get them myself. Whoever hid my gobstones that high got up there somehow.
I'll see what I can do.
I'd appreciate the help. If you do find all of my gobstones, do come and see me again. I'll be back to playing Snake Pit and Jackstone by myself in no time.
Revelio.
No, I don't want to. I don't like the fact that it automatically changes like that.
I'm here about the new spell you wanted to teach me, Professor.
Good. Professor Fig indicated a certain urgency to you completing your defensive magic assignments. As such, you are to learn Incendio, the fire-making spell, handy for lighting torches, burning away spider webs, and, when necessary, defending against those who would wish to do us harm.
Sounds versatile.
Quite. But before we get started, I'd like you to complete a few tasks. You may be surprised by some of them. Astonishing how much students don't think their professors know. When you're finished, come and see me. Then we shall begin working on Incendio.
Okay.
You know where to find me once you've finished.
Win 2 rounds of crossed ones. Complete a round of spell combination. Practice with Lucas Brattleby. Okay.
Seems crossed wands isn't as secret as it's believed to be.
Oh, we're quite a ways away, so we're gonna go. No, you know what? We're gonna walk it. I want to unlock this castle as I go.
Revelio.
I heard that. And it's gone.
Revelio.
Dearie me, you are a lost cause, aren't you?
Oh, that's the locked one where Peeves was. Yeah, okay.
Revelio. Levioso. Reparo. Accio. Lumos. Revelio.
Ready for another round?
I think so. We shall see who shows up.
There's no one in the school I'd be afraid to duel.
I know, Sebastian. I know.
Hello, Lucan. Is the next round of crossed wands all set?
Why, yes it is. I've got a great match lined up. Ready for another round?
Yes.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Brilliant. Are you dueling with a partner?
Yes, Natty.
Then let's get to it.
Actually, wasn't I supposed to pick Sebastian?
Ready to get bashed?
We'll find out.
Apologies in advance.
3 on 2. Okay. Target locks there.
Levioso.
The one!
Accio.
That's the winner. Leviosa.
Expedite. Stupefy.
Give him what for? Defending.
Accio.
Hey, Leviosa. Let's try away now.
Accio! There goes my wager. Levioso! That's all you've got? Descendo! Levioso! Accio!
Oh! Oh, there, it's different every time. Okay. Oh my god. Didn't even give me warning.
Accio! Levioso! Protego!
Levioso!
Stupefy!
I was totally dropping the ball with my
Accio!
defense skills.
Levioso!
Some big hits that round.
Damn.
Bravo!
I gave it my all.
You did indeed. The other duelists have already taken notice of you, but after that last round, they'll really have it in for you. You'd better keep practicing if you want a chance at winning, or at least surviving the next round. I'll let you know when we're ready. Hope to see you then. The next round is for all the gobstones, so to speak.
Okay. Complete a round of spell combination practice with Lucan Brattleby. Oh, does that mean the
Hello, Lucan. May I use the training dummy?
Yeah, the dummy.
Of course. I'll fetch it and give you a list of combinations to practice. Ready to have a try now?
That would be wonderful.
Be sure to cast all your spells before the dummy lands. If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them, let me know.
Cast Accio followed by 4 successive basic attacks. Okay.
Good one!
Levioso!
Excellent form!
Goes it was.
Levioso! Accio!
That's something to keep in mind.
I'd say that's enough practice. You looked good out there.
Thank you, Lucan.
I say better to discover one's weaknesses during practice than during a duel. You'll be a fearsome challenger now.
I'm getting taught by a 9-year-old.
Assignment's all finished.
Alright. That means I return to Professor Hackett. And this time I will, actually, go to her office. Yeah, it just occurs to me, I haven't seen Hogwarts at night yet. I wonder how long in gameplay terms it takes to cycle the day.
Are we?
I trust Mr. Brattleby was able to accommodate you and that you found success in your endeavors.
I finished all of the tasks you gave me, Professor Hackett.
Glad to hear it. Then you should be ready to learn Incendio.
Should be, Professor.
Yes. I'm sorry to say, I visited enough careless colleagues at St. Mungo's to assure you that fire is a fickle servant. Your spellcasting has impressed me thus far, but please maintain focus. I would rather we not end today's lesson with your robes aflame. Let us begin. And remember, focus on the proper wand movement. Concentrate, and keep your wand steady.
Cool. Cool.
Good work.
Oh, I see. Okay. First, add Incendio now. I want that over Reparo. And I want Reparo. Oh, I can't do that yet. Okay. Oh, okay, I did.
Incendio.
Oh, right, this doesn't have a long range. Okay. Return to Professor Fig's classroom. I think we're going to do another side quest first. Oh. Wand handles. Sure, we'll do that right now. She's right down below here, too. Oh.
Accio. Incendio. Levioso. Accio. Incendio.
Getting it. Keep at it. And do try not to
Levioso.
simulate yourself.
Accio. Incendio.
Setting things ablaze is certainly cathartic, isn't it?
Revelio.
Hogwarts survives the reign of this headmaster. I think we should have a moon calf in charge. That youngun's now a teacher herself. It's a wonder she's not gobbled up by her own fanged geranium.
That voice, that was the main bad guy from Titanfall 2.
Revelio. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Accio. Well, that's one of Zenobia's gobstones. I hardly see what all the fuss is about.
Okay, what?
Revelio.
Ah, okay, yes. Oh, and there's one of those key things here, too. Where is the other one? It's up there, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Reveal. So, what do we got here? That is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 14. So we need a 3. There we are. There's that one. Now, 11 plus... Oh wait, no, not a 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 plus 9 is 14. So 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. That would be the Hydra if it's on here. Nope, that'll be upstairs.
Why would anyone bother?
There.
Revelio. Accio.
Owls must be incredibly intelligent to deliver all those.
Okay, now. What do I... That was the top one. Now this one is 11, 12, 13, 14, 7, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Balls. 0, 1. Oh no, 0, 1, 2. So 11, 12, 12, 13. Spider. Boom. Got it. Stylish school cloak. Updated bookcases. Destroyed. Okay, I like that much better. Oh, they're all over the place. Okay, well.
Revelio.
Ah, okay, I've already done one of these.
What am I missing?
Hello. I don't believe we've met.
Oh, hello. I'm Lenora. Pardon me if I seem a little distracted at the moment. Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
Have you gained any insights about the painting since you've been studying it?
I did discover that casting Lumos has an effect of some kind. But I'm not sure what to do next.
We gotta find those butterflies.
Are there any other empty paintings like this around the school?
Yes, a few. This entire place is somewhat of a riddle, to be honest. If I can work out the riddle of this one, I'll know what to do with all of them. As good a place as any to begin.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have. Do come and find me.
Revelio.
Illuminating solves the mystery. Everything from Disney seeds to shrivel face.
Lumos. That spot must be a clue. I should look around in case it's nearby. This looks like the location from the painting. Let's get you back to your frame, little moth. Ha! I knew there was a connection. I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame. Lenora, I solved the mystery of that painting.
You did? How?
I found the location depicted in the painting, and then I cast Lumos to guide a moth back to the frame.
All very logical, I suppose. Pity I was so used to solving it. You have a knack for solving riddles. Natty's good at that too. So is Amit, although he does tend to over-explain. Well, I'm glad someone figured it out. The moth! I should have seen that.
Revelio.
Cobalt regalia? Regalia? What on earth? Oh. Okay, we can put that on now. Okay, so the Cobalt Regalia must have been cosmetic. Keep going with the one handles. We'll find those quests, those paintings everywhere.
Revelio.
That would be my son playing Destiny. Oh, I missed it.
Accio. Revelio.
I think it's in this room. Nope. Yeah, no, it's coming from this direction. Alright, let's go look for Natty's gobstones.
Revelio. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Well, this is definitely a high place. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Please don't.
Revelio.
There's the gobstone down there. Mystery model. So this is divination. This little dude here on the desk is part of a quest. It's our invitation to teach. There it is.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Accio.
What are you up to now?
Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
Oh, another one of these. Nice. We'll do this right over here. Oh. Yeah, okay, it's just explaining how it goes. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. So 7 equals 9. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That would be that octopus looking thing. Yeah, he's on this side. Yeah. And now, one plus 3 equals 4. 0, 1, 2, 3. That's the Hydra head. Oh, I see. Right. I didn't realize there's a single question mark over here is represented there. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is the lizard. What? Oh no. Yeah, 7. Oh, no, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Helps to read the whole equation, folks. Framed portraits.
Revelio.
Oh my! Arithmancy classroom. Oh my goodness, look at all this stuff here. Alright, we're gonna do this. Well, this one will be the first one.
Revelio.
Oh, duh. Yeah. Now this one here. 0. Excuse me. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 11. So 6. That's the lizard. Yep. There we go. It throws me off because I keep wanting to start counting at 1, not 0.
Revelio.
Okay, give me this one now. 5 plus 6 is 11. So this one will be that owl looking thing. Yeah. Yeah. And then this one is 0. There we go.
Revelio.
It's easy enough once you get it. And we're going to update our clothes because everything's better now. Ooh, level 22, nice. Oh my god, I can't wait to get transmog. Oh, that's a cool one. Alright. Alright, that was cool. Nice little diversion. Wonder how many more of those there are.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Is there one around here still?
Revelio.
Oh, those chests annoy me. The other way.
Revelio.
Oh, that whole thing just moved. Why am I not seeing this? That is sounding so close, I should be seeing it. Oh, maybe it's behind the stairway.
Revelio.
No. Man, I don't know. Okay, not out this door. I can't even imagine going to school in a place like this. I mean, granted, Hogwarts is beyond fantastical, but I just mean, like, a lot of old world locations have this stone architecture and all that, and I love it. My folks went to Italy years and years ago, and some of the pictures they had were incredible.
Lumos.
So let me double check that. It's a green hallway.
Revelio.
Got another one. All right. There we are.
Lumos.
Definitely going to keep finishing quests as I find them. Oh, I thought it bugged out. Alright, let's get this door. 13 plus 3. 16. So we're looking for 5. It's the crab looking thing. Oh. And then 13 is the spider, which is number 8. This one is 9, so 4. That's the owl looking thing. There we go. Astral robe. I can't even equip this, but it's no better than what I have. Nice. Level 3 trait I can put. Legendary too. Nice. There we go. Now I look like a proper fool. Onward.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Revelio. Levioso.
Oh, so cool.
Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
There's one. How come that wasn't pinging off as loud as it should have been? Like, I was standing right beside it. It should have been a loud ding. Another one of these. Nice. Where is it? It's still up higher to go. However, let me do this first. So number 2 is 9 plus 3 is 12. 3, yeah. 0, 1, 2, 3, yeah. 10, 11, 12. 7. 0, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so number 2 is the octopus looking thing. Yeah. And number 1 is 2, 15, 16, 17. To get to 23 is 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's the lizard. Once you get it, you get it. becomes real easy after that. Purple dragon-eyed spectacles. Oh my god, I can't wait to do transmogs. Make my character look the way I want.
Revelio.
I'm not gonna lie though, this is beyond. Oh, hey.
Incendio.
Nope.
Levioso. Accio. Lumos. Incendio.
Not up high enough. I obviously don't have the spell to hit that yet.
Revelio. Incendio. Levioso. Accio.
What the hell? Okay, I went the wrong way entirely.
Revelio.
Or did I? Still want to know what that thing is. There we go. Now I'm on the right way.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Accio.
You can't imagine how
Revelio.
inconvenient travel was before I invented flu power.
So, Hogwarts. Oh, okay. Herbology Award. Trophy room. There's another one over here somewhere. Right there. Goblet of Fire Casket. Nice. Okay, there's our little ball.
Accio. That's the last of Zenobia's gobstones. I should go and see her.
Yes, yes we should. Loosened House Emblem Scarf. Okay, let's it's all the way across the castle, is it? Yeah. We're gonna go here. Do it this way.
Revelio.
Oh yeah, she's downstairs. Went to the wrong spot.
I hope you've had more luck than I did tracking down my
Hello, Zenobia. I found all your gobstones.
Really? I didn't think it was possible. However did you do it?
Common sense and basic magic.
Well, may I have my gobstones back?
Of course. They are yours after all.
Oh, how wonderful. I shall dedicate all of my future victories to you. Speaking of which, now that I have all my gobstones back, I wonder if anyone in the common room would be up for a game.
I'm sure they'd be willing to play after the trouble spent getting them back. It's a fine idea.
Isn't it? Oh, we'll have so much fun together, laughing as all the losers get sprayed, which won't include me. Very well, off I go. Wish me luck.
Alright. There's another quest right down here. Qu'est-ce que c'est? What am I waiting for? Who this?
Revelio. You wanted to speak with me?
I did. Hello, I'm Duncan Hobhouse. Pleasure to meet you. I've heard all about you, of course, confronting trolls and dragons.
That's nice to hear. I have had my share of adventure. I hope my reputation's warranted.
I'm going to presume your reputation is in fact warranted, in which case, you are precisely the person I need. You see, we were learning to repel boggarts in Professor Hecat's class, and, well, mine unfortunately took the shape of a puffskein.
What's a puffskein?
Well, they seem innocent, but their tongues can be most disturbing.
Exactly. I wish more of our fellow students agreed with you. Regardless of how reasonable I believe my fear of puffskeins to be, I'm beginning to get a reputation as a coward. Some have even taken to calling me Puffskein Dunkeen.
I'm sorry to hear that. Words can be cruel.
Thank you. Poppy keeps offering to help me in overcoming my fear, but I'm too afraid to take her up on it. Anyway, to make matters worse, I stupidly blurted out that I must be braver than people think, since I have been in the hidden herbology corridor.
The hidden herbology corridor?
Yes. Rumor has it that the herbology professor before Professor Garlic kept dangerous plants there. It's supposedly so overrun now that no one dares enter it anymore. I was hoping you could go there and bring back evidence that I could use to show that, well, I'd gone in. Say a bit of an exceptionally dangerous plant of some kind.
What sort of plants should I expect in the hidden herbology corridor?
I haven't a clue. But have you seen the kinds of plants Professor Garlic grows? If the previous professor was anything like her, I'd imagine they're not exactly harmless.
Very well.
Right.
If I'm in the area, perhaps I shall take a look.
Grand. I'd very much appreciate it. Come and
I
find
must
me
have
if you get
gotten
the
an
proof.
owl from him.
I shall be forever in your debt.
Because it said I heard you wanted to speak to me. Oh. Did that not update the quest yet? Find and enter. Oh, okay. There we go. We're gonna go back and do this one now. Or continue on.
Herbology corridor. Sounds intriguing.
Just set that to, I clicked the wrong one, didn't I?
But if I said it was for an essay...
Yeah.
Revelio.
What is these? Charge me. Yeah, Professor Black certainly does not care to be the headmaster, does he? Other than being the headmaster.
Ah, there you are.
Hello, sir. You'll be pleased to know that I worked on my defensive magic with Professor Hecat.
So I hear. She tells me you've taken rather well to your new wand. You must continue to work with her and your other professors to improve your skills. That said, I don't wish to postpone our visit to the library any longer. So, shall we proceed?
Fig, I have work for you. Come.
Headmaster, I'm with a student and my schedule
Your schedule will wait indefinitely, as will your student. I would think that after all the trouble you caused me with Osric, you'd be eager to make amends. 5 minutes.
That
went down the
man
wrong
is
way.
exasperating. Unfortunately, our trip to the restricted section will have to wait a bit longer.
But Professor...
We have no choice. It would be unwise to provoke our illustrious headmaster further. I shall find you when I've completed whatever toils I must endure.
All right. Sure, why not? Oh, it's way the hell down there. All right, we're gonna go down here and make our way along, pick up more quests and some more flu networks. Excuse me.
Revelio.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide.
Yes.
You have not only lied to me about your house, but you have made a fool of me in front of our friends and neighbors. Oh yes, it seems they knew you will march to Professor Black's office this instant and demand to be resorted.
I bet Black could tell
No
us who's
child
going
of mine ever told me
I tried doing homework in the dormitory last night, but ended up falling asleep.
Revelio.
Where is
I
the
don't mind
door
living
for
in
that?
dormitories.
There it is.
No parents around nagging me to pick up.
I've already done it. Never mind. I thought so, but I was not certain.
Looks like to muggles. Bet it's terrifying.
Oh
What is
dear,
these?
I shall get in trouble.
Incendio. Is everything all right?
Oh, hello. Nice to see you again. Thank you for asking. And I'm afraid everything's not all right. I may be in a spot of trouble with the librarian. You might recall that I was trying to cast non-verbally when we met in the common room. Well, I mastered that, and now I've taken to creating my own charms. Thought I'd perfected my light as a feather charm to use on my library books. My arms get so tired carrying them around all day. But I must have confused the Latin word for feather with bird in my incantation, because when I opened my bag just now in the library, they literally took flight.
That sounds brilliant, actually.
Thank you. Somehow I don't think the librarian will see it that way. I collect the books and learn the charm myself, except this isn't the first time one of my charms has threatened the peace of the library. Our meet told Madame Scribner they were my books flying around, so she said that if I caused her any more trouble, she'd write to my parents. Perhaps you could get them for me. There are only 5. She won't be suspicious of a new student looking around.
Why did Army tell Madame Scribner that they were your books?
Oh, to be perfectly honest, I don't think he meant any harm. I think he was impressed, bragging on my behalf. Amit spends a lot of time gazing at the stars, but he knows a good charm when he sees one.
I suppose I could help, if I have the time.
Oh, I'd very much appreciate it. One of the books is my diary. I'd rather it not fall into the wrong hands. If you could collect them and bring them to me, I can remove the charm.
I'm not gonna lie, that whole thing behind a diary has always baffled me.
Revelio.
Like, why would you ever write down something you don't want other people to know? If you don't want them to know, don't leave it sitting around for them to find.
I'm going to have to use Accio to get... Got it. Only 4 more to go. Accio. Revelio. Accio. This must be Cressida's diary. I'd want this back too if I were her. Revelio.
Or something over here. What the hell's going on with my mouse?
Revelio.
There's got to be something in there.
How nice
Revelio.
my young friend.
Accio. Revelio.
Ah, it's there.
Accio.
Got it.
That's the last book. Now to take them back to Cressida. Revelio.
Ah, look at what we have here. Crap. Oh, nice. Don't like either of those. Oh, yeah, so destroy this cheapest one. It doesn't matter, it's one of these. These are just appearance rewards, though. Okay, go talk to Cressida. Excuse me. Oh, I forgot to take a look at that thing on the wall.
Hello, Cressida. I collected your books, including your diary.
Oh,
what a relief. Thank you. I'll happily take the heavy lot off your hands now.
Here you are.
Well, lesson learned. I certainly won't be practicing any charms in the library again anytime soon. Now, to work out where I went wrong. Perhaps I should start brushing up on my Latin. Thank goodness some people are trustworthy. Certainly wouldn't want anyone but me reading my
You know what? No. I can get that. Continue on with that picture quest later. I'm continuing on with the Valor.
I adore.
Revelio.
That's one of those chests, isn't it? Oh, nice. Ceramic mask. Actually, okay. Hogsmeade map. I'm going to go to Hogsmeade, sell my inventory, and pop back. I guess you do get to upgrade your inventory as you play along.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Come on in. Healing potions are a specialty here, should you need any. Very good. Never hurts to keep my stocks replenished.
Can sell anything that's red because it's less than what I have equipped right now. Okay.
I hope to see you again.
Ah. Okay.
What can I do for you today? I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
Indeed. And now... Well, there's a world map, too. Okay, this is a pretty large place, folks. Thank goodness for fast travel in open world games. Oh, there's a thing right there.
Revelio.
Broken broom. Challenged a mountain troll to musical chairs. All right. There's one of those doors. Okay.
Scribbled all over the pages of my book of potions. The margins were as black as blood.
Revelio.
I wonder how far into the game it is before we get a broom, too. Well, that's cool. Okay, that's going to be in there somewhere.
Incendio.
Had to see.
When my grandfather went to the school,
Accio. Revelio.
Okay, find and enter the hidden herbology corridor.
Revelio.
What is this, though? This is not the quest I'm following. I guess it is. Must be. Is it down below? Ah.
Incendio. Revelio.
What is this?
These dry vines are one spark away from becoming kindling. Incendio.
Yeah, but what is this?
Accio. Levioso. This must be the entrance to the hidden herbology corridor. Revelio.
It must be.
Devil's Snare seems to thrive in darkness. Perhaps it doesn't care for light. Incendio. Revelio. Incendio.
Elf-made ivory gloves.
Incendio.
Oh, ouch. I was not expecting that.
Revelio. Lumos.
God, I'm an idiot.
I imagine a piece of that enormous venomous tentacula would be enough for Duncan to prove his bravery. Incendio. Revelio. Incendio. Lumos. Incendio. Lumos. Levioso. Incendio. Revelio. Levioso. Incendio.
Okay. That was an easy enough quest to finish off. Ah. Takes me to herbology.
Revelio.
Qu'est-ce que c'est? Oh, I see. Okay.
Revelio.
Upstairs.
Revelio.
Holy crap, this room's huge! Yeah. There it is.
All of the shopkeepers like me. I know.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented food.
Revelio.
Okay. Let's return to Duncan. Right next to him.
Revelio.
Have you found anything to, prove my bravery yet?
Hello, Duncan. I have the proof you wanted.
That's one leaf. Must have been a giant venomous tentacula. It's even more than I expected. I knew you were the one to ask. I appreciate you getting it for me.
Of course. I hope this helps you prove yourself.
This is sure to put an end to Puffskein Dunkin for good when I show everyone in the common room tonight. This'll show Everett how ridiculous that nickname was. Thank you again, and have a good day. I know I will. Thank you for all of your help. No more Puffskein Dunkin.
Revelio.
No idea. I'm gonna go on with this. We'll do this another time. Okay, map. We go from here. Actually, just in front. Oh, got stuff to equip. Alright, there we go. Oh yeah. I like that handle. We'll do that.
Revelio. Sebastian, there you are.
I was hoping to see you. I was in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack and saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow. Not many students have Victor Rookwood's attention. What was that all about?
Seems he's working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts.
Ranrock? And when were you at Gringotts?
Professor Fig and I ended up there after the dragon attack. It's quite the tale. Fig had this port key.
A port key? To Gringotts? I'm not sure I follow.
I barely follow myself, and I was there. Anyway, we ended up in an ancient vault where we found a map. That map leads to the restricted section.
You can't be serious.
Deadly serious. Professor Fig has insisted that I not tell a soul about any of this. I've probably said too much.
Understood. Your secret's safe with me. Whatever it is.
Thank you, Sebastian. You mentioned being clever enough not to get caught in the restricted section.
Classes are stupid.
And I am. Meet me outside the library tonight, and tell no one.
How concerned should I be about the librarian?
Madam Scribner doesn't take kindly to clandestine activities taking place amongst her precious books, so do all that you can to avoid her. She and I have had our entanglements, but I can hold my own against her. You may not be so lucky.
What will happen if we're caught in the restricted section?
Detention, no doubt, but a word of caution or two will help. For one, avoid Peeves, the poltergeist. Aside from wanton destruction of property, he loves nothing more than telling on the likes of us.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll meet you later. Revelio.
Wish I could hear with it. There it is.
Revelio.
Right. Excuse me.
See there? That's the door we need to reach. And those annoying prefects would love nothing more than to rat on us to Scribner, so don't let them see us. Understood?
I can be sneaky. Let's go.
Hold on now. There's a spell you should know. A
Ah.
disillusionment charm. Good for getting places you're not supposed to be. Cast it and you'll appear as little more than a trick of the light, just as long as you keep your distance and stay quiet.
You mean I'll actually be able to turn invisible?
Something like that. It's not as foolproof as a cloak, but those are expensive. And spells are free. Give it a try.
Nice. Okay. So. Disillusionment unlocked.
Revelio.
Okay, so I have to equip that.
Quietly now.
If I can see you, the prefects might be able to as well. Be careful.
I see something.
Revelio.
Nice. Okay, you can cast that.
Blast. The librarian's still here. Quick, behind the bookcase.
You told me the librarian would be gone by now.
I said usually, but it'll still be all right. Do you see her desk behind me? The key is in the drawer of that desk. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'll create a distraction to draw her away. You focus on getting the key. I'll meet you outside of the restricted section.
Wait, why do we need a key? Isn't there a spell for this?
Aloha Mora. That's how I always used to get in. but the librarian twigged that I knew the spell and cast an anti-Alohomora charm on the lock. So now it's just this key. But don't worry. I said I'd get you in, and I always keep my word. Trust me.
You can go through there.
Revelio.
Is someone there? Is that you, Peeves?
Cool.
That wasn't so difficult after all. Now to find that book.
Oh, that one's charmed to look more useful than it is. It's fooled me twice. Never judge a tome by its cover, I say.
Revelio.
Oh, okay.
Ghost, don't make it.
Revelio. Revelio.
If you're a mortal, you best turn back. Must we encounter students at all hours of the day?
What the hell? What was I getting stuck on? Try again.
I'll be quieter than a jobber knob. Oh, that one's charmed to look more useful than it is.
Revelio.
It's fooled me twice. Never judge a tome by its cover, I say. Ghost, don't let her see you.
Revelio.
Should be in the club. No need for skulking about.
So what is it you've been looking for? Revelio.
I'm looking for a cure to help my twin sister, Anne, so that she can return to Hogwarts. Because Merlin knows everyone else has given up.
Why do you think you'll find a cure in the restricted section? Does the Hogwarts matron have nothing that can help Anne?
No, we've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's. But I can research on my own. No need to concern yourself with that right now. Let's focus on what you're after. Which is what, precisely?
I'll know it when I see it.
You're being awfully cryptic.
Revelio.
Secrets of the darkest arts. I'm impressed.
Levioso. Accio. Revelio. Levioso. Revelio.
Who have we here? Sebastian Solo and his new little friend. Out exploring where they shouldn't be. Naughty, naughty. You'll get caughty.
Peeves, don't
I'm
you...
going to tell. I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell.
Great.
Oh, blasted Peeves! I've got to stop him, or at least get to the librarian with a good excuse for all of this.
Wait, I don't want you getting into trouble for me.
I have a way with the faculty when it comes to disciplinary matters. Besides, I like having friends who are in my debt. Now go. Good luck in your search. Now, where has that damned poltergeist got to?
I know just the spell to repair this armor. Reparo.
Isn't there a... No, maybe not. Yeah, no, I can only do 4. Okay.
Revelio. Of course, traces of ancient magic. There must be more to this room. That's it.
Alright. Get ready for
Revelio.
some combat for sure. I love the torches lighting up.
Where might this lead?
The Anatheum. The Athenaeum?
Accio. Levioso. Accio.
Whoa! Oh. I thought I had to pull it.
Revelio. Not surprising. Guards at the ready. Levioso.
Successfully attacking or taking damage. Successful 10+ hit combos will begin generating ancient magic power-ups. Oh, okay. So that's what those are on the floor. Gotcha.
Revelio.
This is cool, folks. I'm enjoying this game thoroughly.
Accio.
That's not what I was shooting at, dude.
Levioso. Incendio.
Nope.
Levioso. Accio. Incendio.
Oh my god!
Revelio. Accio. Levioso. Incendio. Accio. Revelio.
What is that? Oh crap. Didn't see that coming. How do I get to that?
Revelio. This must be the way forward, but to where? Revelio.
How do I get over there?
Revelio.
No. Ah, I see. That's out. Still not as good as what I had.
Nearly there. Best keep my wits about me.
There we go. Money. Okay, I didn't like those other glasses. I'm not keeping them on. All right, here we go.
Levioso. Accio. Incendio.
Ah, I keep hitting the wrong button. Oh! Set me off the ledge.
Accio. Incendio. Levioso. Levioso! Protego! Stupefy!
Oh, it got me. I keep hitting the tab button to block. I gotta put that on a different button. Let me try. What do I have? Protego. We're gonna put it to that. Number 2. Now let's try it.
Levioso! Accio! Incendio!
Nice.
Levioso!
Now I'm deliberately hitting the wrong button, I swear.
Incendio!
Yep.
Levioso! Protego!
Got it. Much better.
It is a book after all.
It's pensive. Okay. Is this going to be Hogsmeade?
You wanted to see me? Headmistress Fitzgerald, Professor Rackham.
Miss Isadora Morganach, welcome.
Professor Rookwood, Professor Bakar.
We understand that you are adjusting well to life at Hogwarts.
I am.
I am glad. Especially in light of your unusual situation, starting as a 5th year.
As it happens, I was also admitted to Hogwarts as a 5th year. I've never heard of another like us.
Miss Morganach, when we spoke yesterday after class, you asked about the beautiful swirls you saw years ago when we visited your hamlet.
I recognized you all immediately.
cannot thank you enough for what you did.
We were glad to help.
And yes, I did see swirls of magic everywhere that day. My father insists it was my imagination running wild, but it was certainly real to me.
It was not your imagination.
Percival, Professor Rackham can see them too. But we have never known of another who could.
I don't understand. What are they?
The whispers or traces that appear when a particular form of ancient magic is wielded.
Ancient magic?
Few are capable of wielding it. Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic.
So if I can see traces of ancient magic, does that mean I can wield it too?
With the proper training.
But let us not get ahead of ourselves, Miss Morganach.
Before I can train you to wield such magic, you must first master all that Hogwarts has to offer.
A magic this powerful can do great harm in the wrong hands. It must be wielded by a select few. As such, we ask that you not speak to anyone about what we have discussed here today.
The plot thickens.
Sebastian.
Sneaking in the restricted section again! I had thought we were through with this mischief. Clearly detentions are insufficient. I'm afraid I must take this to the headmaster.
But that being said, Peeves informs me that you didn't come alone tonight. If someone has coerced you, I would have you tell me. You're a bright boy. Don't waste this.
There was nobody else. I came alone.
Oh, Sebastian. What will your uncle say?
Grandmaster, okay.
Revelio.
Now we don't know what to do. Okay. Return to Professor Fig's classroom. Alright, and we are going to leave it there for now, folks. That is the 2-hour mark. That's good enough for now. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If not, give me a thumbs down. Let me know your thoughts about this game in the comments. And hit the subscribe bell if you're new. Until next time, I've been Rage8Games. Bye-bye.